Hi folks, this video will give you some guidance about how to find the best contractor for your remodel. Now let me tell you, by far and away this is the most important decision you'll make. If you find a good, reputable contractor, you're gonna have a good experience. If you find the wrong contractor, a poor contractor, it can really make your life miserable in so many ways. We're talking about poor quality, poor workmanship, unresponsive, delays, additional costs, the inability to keep your house clean, and the list goes on and on. So let's make sure you find a quality contractor for your remodel. Let me tell you about an incredible statistic. A survey was done a couple years ago. They interviewed homeowners who renovated. If you could believe it, over 50% said they had a bad experience with their renovation or their contractor. I mean, that's an amazing statistic to me. And it tells you that the odds are against you. Now, I think that statistic exists because people really only take, for the most part, only two criteria into consideration when hiring a contractor. Number one is price. Number two is their gut feeling about the contractor when they meet them at their house the very first time. And I think that's a good start, but it's not nearly enough to make sure that you get a great contractor for your remodel. Now, there are three primary ways to find a contractor. The first way and the best way is to ask a friend or a respected colleague for a recommendation. If they've used a contractor and they were happy with them, more than likely you're going to be happy with that person too. If you can't get a recommendation from a friend, the second best way is to ask someone in your network. So for example, a real estate agent, or if you're working with a tile store for materials, they know a lot of contractors. And of course you can call someone like Great Builds that's already done a lot of this contractor vetting. And those folks know good contractors personally. The third way, and I'd say the worst way, is to start rifling through your junk mail for flyers from contractors or looking at all those online review sites. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of contractors there, and they all seem to have 4.5 or 5 stars. So that's kind of a crapshoot. So if you want to find a truly reputable and honest contractor, you'll have to put some effort into vetting each of your potential contractor candidates. The more research you can do on each one, the more likely you are to find a red flag. If you find a red flag, that's probably not the contractor for you. But if you go through a series of research, there's no red flags, it's very likely that that's a very good contractor and you can feel safe using them. So let's talk about contractor screening. Here at Great Builds, we have a 10-point screening process that we put every contractor through. I don't expect you to do all these things, but the more items you can do, the more likely you are to find a red flag about that contractor or not. And now you found a good contractor. So what do? We start with an in-person management interview to make sure they're the right fit. We call at least 3 to 4 of their references. We check their work experience. We do a full background check and financial review. Obviously, we go online and check their ratings to make sure there's nothing too negative. We go on the contractor state license board to make sure the license is still active and no major derogatory remarks there. We check on their insurance and bond. We verify their local expertise, and we make them sign a 20-point code of conduct to make sure that their business practices match up with our high expectations for clients. If you'd like to learn more, subscribe to our channel or find us at greatbuilds.com for lots of helpful articles about finding the best contractor for you. Great Builds is a free service that connects homeowners in Los Angeles with reliable pre-screened general contractors. If you're ready to get started with your remodel and want to get connected to the best contractors in LA, reach out to our friendly staff to discuss your project.